Hello students, from today onwards we'll start a new chapter, that is revision on chapter 4, simple equation. And in this session I will explain question number 2, question number 3 and question number 4. So let's begin with question number 2. So here I've written some sums of question number 2. So what exactly we have to do for question number 2 is check whether the value in the bracket is a solution or not. So what does it mean? So let us solve and see. So in question number 2, sum number A, we have n plus 5 is equals to 19, and in bracket the value of n is given 1. So now what you have to do is that you have to put the value of n in the place of n, and you have to see that whether it is matching with right hand side or not. So n is on the left hand side, so you will write LHS, and you will write whatever is given on left hand side, that is it is written n plus 5. Now in place of n we'll write 1. So 1 plus 5 is what? It is 6. So it is not matching with the right hand side value. So we'll write LHS is not equals to RHS, isn't it? So n is not the solution of this equation, that is the value of n is not satisfying the equation. Okay, so let's move on to sum number C. Now sum number C, we have an equation that is 7n plus 5 is equals to 19, and this time the value of n is given 2. Now again n is on the left hand side, so we'll write LHS and we'll write whatever is given on the LHS. Now in place of n we'll put 2. So 7n means 7 into 2 plus 5. Now 7 2s is what? 14 plus 5, and this will give me 19. Now this time you see that the value of LHS and RHS is equal. So we'll write LHS is equals to RHS, and this time we'll write yes. Previously we will write no. Okay. As because the answers are matching, so we'll write yes. The value of n is a solution for this particular equation. Fine. Let's move on to sum number E. Now in sum number E we have an equation given 4p minus 3 is equals to 13, and in the bracket we have the value of p is given as minus 4. So let us write LHS first, and they will write 4p minus 3. Now in place of p we'll write minus 4, that is 4 into minus 4. We'll put it inside the bracket for our conveniency. Now we just multiply it, it will give us minus 16. Then we'll write minus 3. So minus minus is plus, 16 minus 3 is 19. 16 is greater and it is carrying minus sign, so we'll write minus 19. So this time also we see that LHS value is not matching with RHS. So we'll write LHS is not equals to RHS. So conclusion is no. So this is what you have to do with each and every sum of question number 2. Okay. So now let's move on to sum number 4. Now if you see in question number 4, what we have to do, write equation for the following, that is a statement form is given. You have to convert this all statement into the equation form. So you see what is written, the sum of number x and 4 is 9. So the answer of 4.1 would be the sum of number x and 4. The sum of x and 4 is 9, that is 9. This is a required equation, students. Okay, so let's move on to the next one, that is number 3. So number 3 we have that 10 times a is 70. 10 times a means 10 into a. Okay, 7 times a means what? 7 into a. So 10 times a is equals to what? 70. This is a required equation. Let's move on to sum number 5. Now in sum number 5 we have 3/4 of t is 15. What is 3/4? That is 3 by 4. Okay, 3 by 4 is said as 3/4 of 8 of t is 15. Now in place of you can write 3 by of, you can write this way also. Okay, that is 3t by 4 is equals to 15, or else you can write this also, no problem. Now let's move on to sum number 7 of question number 4. Now in question number 7 we have 1/4 of a number x minus 4 gives 4. Now what is 1/4 of a number? So that is 1/4 of a number x minus 4 will give 4. Okay, so this is the equation form. So this we can write in another way also. 1 into x is x. So x by 4 minus 4 is equals to 4. Okay, either you give this one or this one. Both are right. Fine. So let's move on to the last sum of question number 4. That is sum number 9. So if you add 3 to 1/3 of z. So if you add 3 to what? 1/3 of z. What you will get? You will get 30. So if you add 3 with what? 1/3 of z, the answer would be 30. Okay, so with this we can write as z by 3 is equals to 30. Fine. This is the equation format of sum number 9. So this is what exactly you have to do with question number 4. Now let's move on to sum number 5. Now in sum number 5 we have to write the following equations in words, just the opposite what we did in question number 4. Now it is given in the equation format, that is p plus 4 is equals to 15. So what we can write? You can write that when 4 is added to p, it gives 15. Or simply you can write p plus 4 is 15. Okay, now let's move on to sum number 3. This was sum number 1. Let's move on to sum number 3. Now what is sum number 3? 2m equals to 7. So you can write that 2 times m gives 7. As simple as this. Okay, now let's move on to sum number 5. It is 3m by 5 is equals to 6. So what you can write? When 3 times of m is divided by 5, it gives 6. So you can write when 3 times of m divided by 5, it gives 6. So there's many ways that you can write this equation. Okay, so let's move on to sum number 6 then. What is sum number 6? 6 is 3p plus 4 is equals to 25. Now how we can write this? So we can write this when 4 is added to 3 times of p, the result is 25. So you can write this when 4 is added to 3 times of p, result is 25. So this is how we are writing it. Or else you can write 3 times of p when added to 4 gives 25. Many ways you can write. Okay, now let's do the last sum of question number 5, that is sum number 8. Now sum number 8 is, it is written p by 2 plus 2 is equals to 8. Now you will write when 2 is added to half of p, the result is 8. Okay, when 2 is added to half of p, because p divided by 2 is what? Half of p. So when 2 is added to half of p, the result is 8. Now suppose if there is 4 is written out here. So what you will write? When 2 is added to 1/4 of p. Understood? If 4 is written here, so how you will write? When 2 is added to 1/4 of p, the result is 8. Okay? So this is what exactly you have to do with question number 5. I hope you have understood question number 2, 4 and 5. Okay students, thank you and stay blessed and God bless you all.